good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending on where you might be joining us from in the world today. My name is Meg Alexander. I'm from Power to Fly, and I am beyond excited to be hosting our second our afternoon session of our virtual job fair with you all today. Now, before we dive in and introduce you to our amazing partner companies and get, kind of kick the ball rolling, I just want to say thank you to all of you for taking the time out of your day to be here with us and join us. I think you are all amazing for having, taken this time for yourselves to do something great for your career and for yourself. So please congratulate yourselves for doing this. You're doing something amazing and you should be rewarded for that. Now, today's virtual job fair is part of our summit. December's summit focus was tech for social impact. And we have our partner companies in the room with us today. They're going to start by sharing a little bit of an introduction of themselves and their companies, and then we'll dive into even more after that. Now, in case you're not aware of Power to Fly or who we are, Power to Fly is a career platform committed to creating more equity, diversity, inclusion, and belonging in the workplace. If you have any questions that you want to learn more about, the values of the various partner companies or in-depth questions, ask them at any time, y'all. Please feel free, send them in that chat box. And actually, just to get our chat feature, our Zoom chat hopping today, if you're joining us, let us know where you're joining us from. I see Steve chimed in saying they're coming in from Texas. I'm coming to you from Toledo, Ohio. It's land that was indigenously cared for by the Fox and Kickapoo tribes in my area. So let us know where you are, whose land you're on. I love to see how far our global audience spreads. Oh my gosh, guys, Miami, Virginia, Nebraska, Florida, Philly, San Fran. Ooh, loving all of this. Toronto, Arizona, South Africa, y'all, we're outside of America. Awesome. Loving this. Thank you so much, y'all. Now, that chat function is not only for letting us know where you are, but you can connect with our recruiters as well as network with your fellow attendees here today if you would like to. Now, if you will find yourself curious about available job opportunities for each of our companies, what you're going to do is you're going to go back to the virtual job fair landing page. Obviously, that's in your browser. It's separate from the Zoom room. And you're going to click on the company name to be able to search their various jobs. Now, if you, there's plenty of roles that you can apply to right from Power to Fly's website. Just make sure that if you are prompted to, continue or finish an application on that company's site, you follow those instructions to completion. But we're just so excited to see how many people are going to discover some amazing new orgs today because of today's virtual job fair. Now, before we start, I do want to go over a couple quick housekeeping items. So we're going to have our main stage presentation. This is where each company rep will get an opportunity to speak, both giving us an introduction of themselves and the company, as well as answering some questions for us. Once this main stage presentation is over, then we are going to go into our breakout sessions. So when we go into breakouts, instead of choosing a breakout room based on the company that you want to talk to, instead you're going to pick a breakout room based on your skill set or the types of roles that you are seeking. Now, there's 4 options. There's engineering and software development room. There's one for tech and analytics. There's one for junior tech and one for sales and customer success. So we'll go into more detail on these later, but if you have any questions, please feel free to throw it into the group chat in Zoom. Now, the other thing that I want to highlight is that if you are disconnected from today's session at any point, or if you have a bad connection, do not panic, all right? You can always rejoin us from the link that you used a couple minutes ago. There won't be a waiting room. You'll be able to jump right back in here with us. And if you think that losing internet connectivity might be a problem, you can always dial in from a landline or your mobile phone. If you think you might need that number, it's going to be found in your Zoom panel. Now, we do kindly ask that our attendees remain muted for the presentation rounds, but all bets are off when you go into the breakout sessions. That's where you will be able to come off mute and get some FaceTime and connect directly with these recruiters. So that will cover us as far as housekeeping, but if you've got further questions there, please feel free to send them in the chat. Now, to get us started, we are going to talk to Jeremy from Marqeta. Jeremy, what should people know about you and your organization today?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Hi, everyone. My name is Jeremy. I lead our core recruiting team here at Marqeta. Also have been building and managing our diversity program management team for the last several months. I'm joined by a few of my colleagues. You'll meet them all in the breakout sessions later, but just really excited to be here. Thanks for having us. Thrilled to be launching this partnership with Power to Fly and really excited to meet all of you. So what to know about Marqeta? So what are we? We are a modern card issuing platform based here in Oakland, California. We were founded in 2009, furiously approaching our 1,000 employee mark, right around 950 as we speak. And then we were part of Forbes FinTech 50 list. So we are a fintech company, and our corner of that industry, and really the reason that we exist is that we've built a technology platform that really aims to solve a very fundamental problem for our customers. The premise of that problem is that the way in which money moves, right? When you think about payments for goods and services, transactions, transfer of funds, right? Peer-to-peer, as well as to institutions, all of that continues to evolve and change at a really rapid rate, right? Even in the last 10 years. I can use myself as an example. 10 years ago, as wide-eyed 27-year-old, I remember having a checkbook. I remember carrying cash in my wallet, and things have really changed drastically since then, right? 2 weeks ago, I tried to write a check and I literally forgot how to do it because it had been so long. So not only, do we live in an increasingly digital world these days, but even with physical credit cards now, right? That's being disrupted as an industry. So when I go to the grocery store, I don't pay with a card, I pay with my watch or my phone. And that's what Jason kind of realized, our founder realized when he started building Marqeta, was that everything about how finance and money movement works will continue to change. So the physical steps of going to a bank and writing a check will be replaced with technology, right? And it has been, right? And technology that is instant, that's real time and virtual. And that sounds great, but with that comes tremendous security risks, right? So digital banking only works if there's data protection, there's fraud protection, and really technology that is both accurate and never down, right? Always available. And that's what businesses come to us to do. So I'll use Square as kind of our use case. They happen to be our biggest customer. And so when they go into a new country or a region and they need to build a scalable, secure, and compliant payment service, they have two options, right? One option is that they could build it in-house. But it would take a lot of time, it'd be really expensive, and it'd be really hard to build it securely and compliantly. So option two, what they do is that they just build it on our platform, right? So developers can actually access our open API to build the solutions that they need to specifically fit their workflows, right? Whatever business they come from. And then they also benefit from all the features like fraud protection and data protection that we provide at the back end. So much faster, much cheaper, much quicker, much more reliable. Square, I mentioned, we've powered a lot of the virtual payments companies for the last couple of years. And recently we've stepped into new verticals like on-demand. So Uber, DoorDash, Instacart, all of their payments are run on our platforms, right? All of their transactions. So what does this mean from an employer perspective? We're a technology company, right? We pride ourselves in kind of leading technology, but we also realize that technology is kind of worthless unless you have great people that are powering it, right? And building it for users, making it better every day, and then also being good stewards of what that technology does for the world and what it costs in the world as well. So as much as we are a technology-driven company, I like to think we are a values-driven company as well. And that's what you're going to see on this next slide. Egg for Michelle. Our 7 corporate, there they are, 7 corporate values. And these aren't just 7 pretty icons we throw on a slide and show to new hires during orientation and then forget about. They're actually ingrained in everything we do, from how we hire to how we recognize each other, to how we promote and progress people in the organization, and also how we prioritize our business strategies too. And some of these values, most of these values, take shape in how we deliver, for our customers and how we work with each other. But the one that I hope and we hope to highlight throughout today is our Marqeta Cares value. And Marqeta Cares is our value centered on social responsibility. It's not just a value; it's also an actually funded corporate program that has a full-time team behind it. And the mission of this program is a couple things, right? One is it begins with what our products actually have the power to do, which is breaking down barriers to financial wellness and access for those that have historically been excluded. And we're doing that by building products like buy now, pay later, early wage access, and other digital banking services. The other key tenet of it actually has an environmental lens, right? So, how do we divert and displace low-value ocean-bound plastic? And we do that through, using recycled cards, providing those solutions to customers, and then helping create better waste management processes, especially in a lot of the coastal environments and ecosystems where a lot of unrecycled plastic ends up. And then last but not least, we are an Oakland-based, Oakland-proud company, I like to say. Marqeta is the third company that our founder, Jason, has started and headquartered in Oakland. And it's one of the things that he's been most passionate about since starting the company is giving back to the community. So every employee gets, paid volunteer time off. We sponsor several nonprofits right throughout the year. And then we invest in programs specifically focused on financial education and wellness. So I think I went a little over 5 minutes. Apologies. That's a quick overview of what we do and what we stand for. You could find out more at marqeta.com. And I will hand it off to the next speaker. Or back to you, Meg.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. And thank you for your patience. My mouse battery died while I was trying to change the slide. So, excellent Wednesday. All right. So wait, we're on Thursday now, aren't we? Thank God it's Thursday. Sorry.
We are
it's
on
been
Thursday.
A long week.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy, for that excellent look inside Marqeta. Now we're going to turn the stage over to Christy and talk about ASM. Christy, why don't you introduce yourself to the group?
Well, first, Meg, thank you so much for having me. And I've got some big shoes to fill following Jeremy. I think he did a lovely job there. So hello, I'm Christy Dunn. I am the head of people here in the US at ASM America. I have worked at ASM for 11 years and in the semiconductor industry for over 15. In HR, just maybe a little bit longer than that. I have grown my career over the last 11 years from an HR generalist to an HR manager, now to my current role being accountable for the US region. ASM has been very good to me in my career. I've had a lot of opportunities for growth as a female leader in the organization. We are a truly global organization, so I have had a fun opportunity to also have an assignment in Korea and often work with my international colleagues. So it's been a fun place for me to work to kind of grow as a professional. But it's also been an interesting journey for ASM over these last 11 years. We've been on a wonderful growth trajectory. We've recently, the last few years ago now, we finally hit our goal. We're a $1 billion company now, so we're very, very proud of that. What we actually do, we enable technology. We're a semiconductor capital equipment company, specifically in the area of chemical vapor deposition. If you don't know what that means is, we design, we manufacture, we sell, we support pieces of equipment, capital equipment that go into wafer fabrication facilities. That equipment is used by our customers, maybe some folks you've heard of, the Intels of the world, the Samsungs of the world. Those of you that maybe are here in Phoenix with me have heard of TSMC now, because they're opening a very large fab here in the Phoenix area. The chips that they're designing are done in partnership with companies like ASM. We don't just provide them with pieces of equipment. We provide them with strategic partnership in the actual development of future innovation. So all of those chips that are in your phone, your car, your computer, we were partnering with them in order to develop that new technology. In fact, if you're holding your phone right now, if you're on this call on your phone right now, you have in your hand innovation developed by ASM. So we're kind of on the foundation level of building future innovation for the world. So it's pretty cool. I will tell you, as a non-engineer myself, I find a lot of pride working for a company that is so influential in the development of technology and into the future of our society. So in addition to being very innovation centric and that being a core pillar of who we are as an organization, we also sort of stand out in our market segment for being amazingly global. I mentioned before, I had an assignment in Korea. A lot of our sister companies, peer companies, competitor companies are very US based. We actually do product design in the US, Belgium, Finland, the Netherlands, Japan, and Korea. We're amazingly global. So in addition to stretching ourselves intellectually from an engineering and innovation perspective, we also have the opportunity to engage with professionals and colleagues and customers across the world and have that wonderful cultural interaction as well. So it's a lovely kind of combination. So in addition to those, the development sites I mentioned, we also do have a large number of other facilities associated with, sales and manufacturing, those of us corporate functions. That's about as far as I'm going to go with explaining ASM. I can go deeper, but I don't want to go over my 5-minute time limit either. So I'm going to move forward. So we've talked a little bit about what ASM does, but I also like to talk about who we are as an organization and our values. So we talked about innovation. We're very much an innovation organization. It's one of our core values. We talk about we care, we innovate, and we deliver. We try to be pretty targeted in our values. We care is all about our people, investing in our people, building our people, taking care of our communities, our sustainability initiatives, these sorts of things we'll talk about later. We innovate is in our DNA. It's who we are as an organization. It's how we build as a company. And then we deliver. We are results oriented. We make things happen. We create something from nothing. And I think we do it quite well. So if we're going to go in a little bit deeper there, let's talk about leadership and development. So ASM, we do have internal development mechanisms for our folks to train our future leaders. We have an established succession and talent review process that we proactively look within our organization to find future leaders, and we develop them in order to reach the next level of their career growth. It's beneficial for the employees to grow, and it's beneficial for us as, again, we're growing as an organization to be prepared and future ready for the growth that we see in front of us. Growing engagement. ASM does have a global engagement survey process, which is taken very seriously. It's done globally. Every person who is a people manager in our organization goes through this process. We take the results very seriously. We review them on both a grassroots level, individual managers looking at it, implementing improvement plans on how we can grow and get better as an organization, but then also all the way up to our CEO reviews these results. We look for structural ways to improve as an organization all the time. We believe in CIP, continuous improvement. We're always working to make ourselves better as an organization. Strengthening our culture. As you can see, we've already talked about, we continue to grow, and we're refreshing our we care, we innovate, and we deliver. And I think maybe more potentially relevant to our discussion today, inclusion and diversity is part of when we talk about our values. You may or may not be aware, maybe you are if you're on this phone call, that STEM in general tends to have a disproportionate amount of males versus females in the available workforce. That's something that we're hoping and trying to work to improve. We're trying to get more females in the workforce, and because of that, we've actually set a global target for ourselves to bring in 25% females by 2025, and we're hoping that our attendance today is gonna help us out with that. So we're very happy to be here, and look forward to talking with you all a bit more.
Thank you so much, Christy. That was an excellent look inside ASM.
Great.
All right, to keep moving to our next speaker, and we're going to talk to Elizabeth Weed from Samsara. Elizabeth, what should people know about you and Samsara today?
Thanks, Meg. Yeah, happy to share a little bit more about Samsara, what we do, what we're all about, and then some anecdotes kind of on my personal experience and journey here and now as a hiring manager. So I joined Samsara just over 3 years ago as an individual contributor, actually on my current team. And over the course of those 3 years, have grown into lead that team. We represent enterprise services. So my team specifically is responsible for onboarding Samsara's largest customers. And we sit within the customer success organization, just to kind of anchor you on what my day-to-day looks like. So in case you don't know what Samsara is all about, our mission is to increase the safety, efficiency, and sustainability of operations that power the global economy. We're pioneers of the Connected Operations Cloud, which allows businesses that depend on physical operations to harness data and develop actionable business insights that help improve their operations, all kind of within a single pane of glass. So physical operations make up an astounding 40% of the United States GDP, but this segment has historically been underserved from a technology and innovation standpoint. Samsara brings that to life for these customers. We develop our own hardware and software, which allows us to offer customers a comprehensive end-to-end solution. So a bit more background on Samsara. Almost exactly a year ago in December 2021, we went public on the New York Stock Exchange. It was a momentous milestone, especially for a company just 6 years after its founding. If you think the fun is behind us, don't worry, we're just getting started. There's so much more to accomplish together. Samsara has over $600 million in annual recurring revenue, which puts us actually in the top 50 software as a service companies globally. We're headquartered in San Francisco. As I mentioned, I'm actually sitting in our headquartered office today, but we also have global representation as well, offices in Atlanta, Paris, London, Mexico City, Taiwan, the list goes on. So Samsara post-COVID has pivoted to evolve the future of work and give our team members the flexibility to decide whether they want to work in the office or at home. For me personally, I manage a team of 8. I'm the only one that's physically located in San Francisco. The rest of my team is kind of dispersed all across the United States, but we are able to work together seamlessly, which is great, and serve customers that are global. While each office kind of has its own culture, we all really rally around a core set of values. So Meg, if you want to flip to the next slide, please. Excellent. So Samsara's core values are focus on customer success, build for the long term, adopt a growth mindset, be inclusive, and win as a team. So really anchoring everything we do within these core values helps us provide a consistent experience for our employees across the different offices and geographies, as well as a consistent experience for our customers. We really do, everything that we do is because of our customers. And for a little bit of insight, we actually built our product that we offer today is a direct representation of gathering customer feedback, iterating on it, and developing different offerings based on what our customers told us that they need. So pausing for just a moment, I'm happy to share some anecdotes and kind of what resonated with me specifically and brought me here. The first item, focusing on customer success, probably makes sense. I'm in the customer success org. We'd love to hear this. Up until this point, I've sort of built a career on being customer obsessed and creating a premier customer experience at scale. So I was in a tech consulting firm prior to this, helping customers stand up services organizations and technology to help serve thousands and thousands of customers. So it really resonated with me during the interview process, hearing everyone speak about how they had kind of gathered customer feedback, surfaced that to our product team, and then down the road, you're seeing those exact features and things that are being requested by customers appearing in our product. So super exciting to hear those stories. Made me feel like Samsara was focused on the right things and understood that we needed to be obsessed with our customers in order to win together. Another quick anecdote and something that, again, resonated with me kind of throughout the interview process and ultimately what sold me on the move. As mentioned, I worked for a consulting firm. We had a variety of different clients that I worked on, different projects. They were exciting and I was learning a lot, but I really felt like people at Samsara wanted to be there. Everyone was marching to the beat of the same drum, and that's our core mission and vision to help improve sustainability, efficiency, and safety across the global economy. So specifically for me, a little bit of context. In college, I worked as a medical assistant, helping patients with brain and spinal cord injuries. Many of those patients were actually injured in automobile accidents and had life-altering injuries. So it was really wonderful to hear that Samsara is so focused, and actually a core product of ours is over-the-road safety. And we were actually able to make a difference for customers because we were promoting safety. And it's something that stuck with me, obviously, since that experience. And it is really powerful today still to be making an impact on thousands and thousands of people because of that offering. Now, as a hiring manager, I certainly recognize the need to hire people who are mission driven. We're all very excited to be here. I think that comes through in every interaction that we have across teams and within our customers as well. So a few closing notes. Samsara is hiring. We have open roles in technical and non-technical positions. Many of the open roles fall within hardware engineering, software engineering, marketing, sales and engineering, and sales. So if you're interested in learning more about Samsara, learning more about our impact, or hearing a bit more about the roles, please feel free to join us in our breakout sessions.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. I love getting to see people learn more about Samsara. It was an org that was introduced to me several months ago when I got to host y'all's event for the first time, and it was really, really cool. I'm so excited to see y'all part of this event today. So thank you for that. All right, up next, we are going to talk to Jason from CU Direct. Jason, what should our audience know about you today?
Yes, thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Jason Concepcion, Senior Talent Acquisition Specialist here at CU Direct. I joined CU Direct not too long ago, about a year ago. I joined for the reason of a few things. We were as far as what we were, or my decision to move over to CU Direct, sorry, was really for an implementation of an ATS and reporting. When I joined, the team was about 2. We just added on another recruiter as well as another coordinator. As we started to build in our implementation, I'm happy to say that we finally implemented our new ATS and reporting system as of November 15, which is super exciting. But the work's not done here. I really came in here really to focus primarily on tech, since CU Direct is primarily a fintech organization. So CU Direct has been established since 1994, and we provide the lending solutions and technology for over 1,100 financial institutions, as well as about 14,000 auto dealerships, meaning that we have products that help the origination process, the automation tools to help with marketing, with sales. So we're very committed to delivering a lot of the products and solutions that really meets our credit unions and auto dealers needs for today and tomorrow, right? Happy to also say that last year we funded about 54.7 billion in total funded loans, and these are all indirect, right? So we're talking about primarily auto loans, RVs, boat loans, and so forth. This year we're actually looking to break that record of 54, and I believe we're on pace to hit about 60 billion in total funded loans, which puts us pretty much at the top, which includes a lot of the big banks, a lot of the auto dealerships, and so forth. You're going to hear me talk about CU Direct, but also you're also going to hear me say Origins. So Origins, as of November 14, 2022, CU Direct has rebranded as Origins. So the corporate change to Origins aligns with pretty much our vision, right? To create the ultimate origination experience, and signals a lot of kind of the new era of for origination. So if you put Origins together, it's Origins plus experience. So we want to put the lending plus the experience, and make sure it's as smooth as the implementation as possible. Now, Origins, as a credit union service organization, CUSO pretty much provides that financial technology over to credit unions. We're also branded by Cuddle, so you're going to hear me talk about Cuddle a lot. Cuddle is credit union direct lending, and credit union direct lending, Cuddle, is the network of credit unions that are pretty much band together for indirect lending. So for example, if let's say a car buyer was in the market for to purchase a vehicle, well, Cuddle will reach out to those network credit unions for different financing options if big banks or banks just don't apply, and we're looking for better financing process. So it's super exciting as far as credit, as far as our rebrand. We're definitely excited to really move forward to the new year of 2023 as we start to get all of our marketing material ready for Origins, and really have Origins as the parent company, as well as the products and the verticals that are under CU Direct, or I'm sorry, Origins. Now, the reason I joined the company, again, I think one big reason is because I was sold on the culture and the value, and to this day, the culture and the value of CU Direct has been pretty much spot on. Definitely have been living the values with Origins lending, or Origins. And Meg, if you can go into the next slide of the values. So as far as the 4 values that we preach and we practice on a daily basis, the first one, again, and I see this time after time, and it's because I work in talent acquisition, but value team members and commitment to growth. So we, as talent specialists, try to create the culture, not only internally, but also we try to create that candidate experience externally as well. On top of the culture that we continue to promote, our growth, we have a very strong track record with commitment and growth. So we look to identify our internal candidates and continue to move them wherever they're looking to apply to, or even get training on. So we have different mentorship programs that you can start from the bottom, or you can job shadow, whatever it may be, right? And when the time comes, when we do have those openings, we are very committed to making sure that we can get that specific employee over to where they need to be, whether it's in a management role, promotional role, or even just a lateral, if they're looking for a new change, or if they're looking for new skill sets, new skills that they can bring in. As far as the second value, imagine, innovate, and inspire. Again, we're a fintech organization where we're able to develop a lot of our products in-house, right? So Lending 360 is the origination platform for faster services. AutoSmart, Dealer Portal, these are just a few products that have been built in-house by Origins. So we look to continue to be innovative within the auto industry, and make sure we take care of our auto dealer partners on top of our lending or our financial credit unions as well. Now, optimize the experience. Again, same thing. We try to create the best possible experience internally and externally. I'm very passionate about creating the best candidate experience for any person, new hire, or anyone that's just wanting to know a little bit more about Origins. I'm a big candidate experience person, because I feel we are the first impression. So I always try to show that passion whenever I'm talking to any candidates, or just anyone in general, right? And again, I think the last one, achieve exceptional results, right? We definitely have a work hard, play hard mentality. As you can see, being #1 in terms of auto loan funding at 54.7 billion, and now close to about 60 billion. We definitely work very hard in achieving those results, but at the same time, we have a lot of fun doing it. So, for example, we have a big initiative for DE&I. We have specific ERG groups. We have specific employee shout outs, a lot of different things that internally we like to promote from within. So, super excited to really talk to everyone else here and really get Origins out there as far as what we have in store, and look forward to everything. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jason. That was a really great look into CU Direct. All right, last but not least, we are going to turn the floor over to Pamela from Cami. Pamela, what should our audience know about you, and what should they know about Cami today?
Thank you, Meg. Kia ora koutou, ko Pamela Greeley toka ingoa e noho ana Aotearoa ke whakahari ki kami aho. So I'm Pamela Greeley, and I work for Cami down here in beautiful New Zealand. And what you really need to know about Cami is we're probably we're the fastest growing tech company in New Zealand, and we are the world's #1 digital classroom platform. So what we do, is we encourage, or we want to encourage, a lifelong lifelong learning journey for students or for anyone. And our job is to make the teachers' jobs easier. We want teachers to teach, not to admin. So we free up the teachers with our platform to do what they need to do, as opposed to standing at the photocopier all the time. We're a web-based application. Teachers can upload any of their resources into the cloud, and then they can use this. They can give it in real time to their students. They can annotate on it. They can put video clips in it. They can, in real time, they can see what their students are doing. They can mark the students all in one go. It's just a fantastic platform, but I would say that, wouldn't I? We're also Time 100, one of the Time 100 companies to watch this year, which is pretty impressive for a small company from New Zealand. Now, we've been going for almost 10 years now. We're currently at 95 people, but we've got 40 million users worldwide. So that's pretty impressive, I think, for something that started as a university project. And what we want to do is we want to say, I'm sorry, I'm a bit burbly today. It's like 6:30 in the morning for me, so I'm a little bit splinky still. But my job is to find and nurture the amazing, talented individuals who become our chameleons. And that's what we call our team members. We invite people to join our Camely. And my background is not in HR or people operations, but in creating high performance teams and leading business transformation. But that works really well when we're looking for our chameleons. So what we look for and what we do is we want people who want to make a difference in the world. So we invite people from any walk of life. We don't have specific things. Obviously, certain roles need certain skill sets, but what we really need is people to come and want to leave the world a better place, and they want to have fun when they're doing it. So we are a people first organization. What we do is we listen to the users. We're a product led organization, so we hear what the teachers need, we listen to them, and then we build that into our product for them. And then we listen to our team, and we listen to what our team has to say about how we build that product and what we do with that internally. So we're very much a group, a collective. Everybody supports everybody else. This is what we do first. And we find that by putting people first, both customers and our team members, that we find that our product is so popular. So if you want to flick to the next slide, please. So what do we stand for? So like a lot of the companies that I've seen already today, I think we're all looking out for the same kind of thing. We want to have diversity of thought. We want to have diversity of experience. We've got something in our very small, relatively small, I think, compared with a lot of the other companies today. We've got 30 different ethnicities. We look for people to be themselves when they come for interviews. And sometimes we don't even know that we're looking for you when you apply for a job. And you end up in a different role than the one you applied for. So we look for that person with the core values of what we stand for. We look out for each other, and we help each other, and we support each other. And again, we're always looking for ways that we can change. What can we do differently? How can we make this better? How can we make the experience better for both chameleons and for the users? We also like a little bit of fun. So we like to have a little bit of magic. So we think, that's super important as well. Probably our key thing for everybody is we say to people, just don't be a dick. Don't come to work with your ego. Come to work to do the best that you can with everybody else. Consider everybody else. Think about how you want to do things. We're looking for people who share that same mindset. We want to have that mission to make the world a better place for people and for ourselves, obviously. But we also want to create a fantastic product, which we think we're on the way. It's great now, but we know we can do better. So what we're actually looking for today is we're looking for account managers. 90%, around 90% of our customers are actually based in the US, even though we're based in New Zealand. So we're looking for people to join us as account managers. So they're the people who help customers renew their subscriptions, to work on increasing the number of people who use the product in schools, because we're mainly schools based. And also we're looking for software engineers because we need people to do these amazing things for us. Typically for our software engineers, they can get products to market really quickly. So we're on a constant renewal of how do we keep our products world leading. So I think I've probably burbled enough. Thank you all so much for letting me join today. I'm looking forward to chatting to some of you in the breakout rooms.